And that's the 25-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey, switch gears. Go. Motion.
Now a handoff looking right. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning it is Moore. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Yo.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. McFarland. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
You go tight. You got tight. 80 weapons.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. 44, Mike, 44. Hey. Share. 66,
On 3rd down, McFarland. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Oh, man, bro, after he
That's
made
going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike 4. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Mike 4, Mike 4. Let's go deep. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
2nd and 6. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson now. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right, and his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson.
And take the other shit from him.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 20.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go. Nothing really too complex.
I've been telling a bit about that 24 zone open, bro. That shit, for some reason, that bitch say zone open.
Blocking.
Open
He's
wherever
good
the fuck
tackling on that play.
open.
End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
I was just going to say, pass the same. You just got a speed upgrade, bro.
Think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right.
Definitely
going in the wrong direction for the offensive
a little
guys.
Russian.
Let's go. Pittsburgh, 44. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh my! So you telling me I couldn't make a hit on the duty field
at the 49.
I couldn't make a hit on the duty
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, come on,
now a throw left sideline here is complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
SOS. 61. Max box. Right. SOS. Go. Switch. 44.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Look at this little key-ass shit.
On second down, McFarland. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Look, old trash-ass nigga.
On third down, McFarland.
Oh, man.
And he is
Look at that one.
zone touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A solid run on first down.
He reacted so quickly.
With a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, bro, I just said I did a dumb move because he reacted so quickly.
Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's more on the return. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I'm looking at him out there. I'm like, bro, why this man will turn around?
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action now. Jackson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No,
get out the way! Look at this
don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our
bro, the nigga was right. The nigga would not leave me, bro. Like,
second half action.
Go put somebody, go put a body on one of them niggas in the black jersey, bro.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 to 24-yard line.
Like, go the fuck on somewhere, brother, man. That fucked my whole shit up just then.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, good throw, boy.
Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ah! What's that, bitch? Mm-hmm. Oh, first time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense.
Okay, this might be a big play.
Their defense
might be a big play.
Yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
Okay. How much fun is that?
Man, look at this nigga, Devin White.
And you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
Break this tie.
Him, bro? Man, did a whole 360 circle, bro. Didn't lose speed, no nothing, bro. And the nigga made sure he put 3X factors on that D-line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Garbage ass nigga, man.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like
the second time, the first time I hit square. The first time I hit square, bro. I tried to catch it on the run.
Available there for him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Bro, even though I got 2 more tries at the tip, bro. And then you telling me he can't catch the tip?
The offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. That's it. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. On David.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Man, bro, come on, bro. I just fucking read this shit to the team. And you let this man get that dumb ass catch, man.
Yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
I'm talking about, bro. I just did that down for that reason because I know. Bro.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check. Crunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give right side. McFarland. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Come on, let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
It worked out right
And
that
give this time
time.
to the tailback. A
It
nice
depends
job
on
to get 8 there after the
you
incompletion, and now they're
different type of
looking at 3rd
nigga
and 2
jump
coming
that
up.
bitch different type of way.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Damn, baby.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hot, hot. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Yo, yo. Banjo. Banjo. Banjo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to home.
And I already knew he was going to do that. Yeah, I should go for it. Yeah, I should go for it on his ass.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right on the 30.
You gonna run right past the nigga?
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go, D. Shoot! Shoot!
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield.
Okay.
Field at the 49.
That's good. Come on, let's go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
What happened?
Switch, switch, switch. Look, 64. Wait. Check 43.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Showing it. Showing it.
Now a give, right side. McFarland. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fuck on a nigga, man.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Nah, I know what to work. You feel me? I got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And
No, they been stolen like nothing. Oh, he opened again. Oh, look at that nigga, man. The Pac 13, bro. You back that bullshit, bro, to be honest.
Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for more.
Nigga.
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Yeah, but you know, man, GK have a barbecue, man. You know what I'm saying? If he called me, I'll come through, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really hear from
turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game
for it.
Take care of it.
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
At the 8-yard line.
You say what?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Destroy my blocker.
Good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Come out of there, man. He might, because he might be hurt for everybody. Other people might come up some other shit.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to fire one. Look at this. They get the turnover It's intercepted. Picked up around the 41. And the return will stop right around the 25. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line. Knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
He's back to throw.
Let's go, Pat Ramsey.
Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw
It's the
for
first round
Jackson.
playoff.
Oh, look at this nigga, bro.
Flush to his right. He's going to have
Good
the hook
shit.
up to Ross.
Let's go.
Now this is going to be close. The
Who won the
defense
wild
says
card? You
they
did,
stopped
Jesus.
him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time
Bro, did you
remaining.
just see that boogie,
and as a
though?
result, their playoff run may end right here.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And the Rams first down.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Hold on, let me go again and chat real quick. Sorry, nigga.
And they'll
Can't
indeed
fuck
take
with me,
a
nigga.
knee.
I told you. You can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me, nigga. Adjustments, man. Game built on adjustments. Good. Hey, the good game though, my G. You feel me? Good game. You feel me?
They stay alive in the NFL
Good
playoffs,
going there and
move
talk
on
that
to the
shit to that
conference
nigga.
championship.
Yeah, he was
And
talking.
do you
He
think
told me I
that the
fucked
printing
that up
press
too.
is
I
starting to
fucked
get those
that up.
T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to,
Good
Brandon.
game,
They have
man.
to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it
Fuck
for
me,
us.
this
For my
sorry
partner,
nigga,
Charles
man.
Davis, and all the
Fuck me, nigga.
hard-working men and women on our crew.
Nigga took
I'm Brandon Gaudin.
nigga
You've been
4
watching
X
the
factors from
NFL
me, nigga.
right here on EA Sports.
Oh, you knocked
From
them
New
out?
Orleans,
Yo, nigga
good
took
night,
4
everybody.
X factors from me, man. Sorry, nigga, man. I ain't cheat. I ain't do none of that. Them niggas they ain't do, can't do. I ain't going in there touching nothing on them attributes. I just changed the nigga trait. A nigga, they earned that trait. Nigga, when you get a certain overall, you can get a trait.
Alright,
I just want to pick which one I want.
Reset one on. Oh, you want to put me regular?
Fuck wrong with that nigga, man. I'm finna make that nigga pay me this year, nigga. Nigga gonna pay me this year, nigga.